Welcome back to Oxtool. I'm Tom. So working on another Meatloaf episode here for our Monday release. Got quite a few things to go over here. Bunch of tools. Some of the tools came from the flea market. Some of the tools came from some viewers all over the world. So we're going to look at that. We got a new map that we're putting up. We're going to show that. And somewhere in there we'll probably have some actual shop work. I'll try to sneak some of that in. I just wanted to say, you know, I really appreciate, I'm still getting used to people's appreciation for what I'm doing, and it's kind of odd for me. You know, here I am working by myself. There's nobody in here right now but me, and so I'm talking to this camera, but I'm really talking to the whole world. And it's kind of strange, you know. I get a lot of letters, I get a lot of emails, and people just really like what's going on. And like I said, I have to get used to that. So there's some very generous people out there, very appreciative folks, and I just wanted to acknowledge them and say, you know, thank you very much, and I'm humbled by it because. You know, I'm just doing something I like to do, and I love this work. I love tools. I love machinery, that kind of stuff, and the fact that folks all over the world appreciate what I'm doing is it just blows me away. So, anyway, you know, enough of that. Okay, so let's suit up and let's look at some tools and see if we can squeeze some shop work into this episode. Okay. Okay, so this is the stuff that came in just last week. So you can see there's a fair amount of stuff here. Actually, there's more, but this is the stuff that I'm going to talk about here. You know, some of this came from the flea market, some of it's from viewers, and we'll just kind of go through it real quick and go through some of this stuff. There's some kind of neat stories here. So. Let me get in a little closer and zoom in on the tray here, and we'll talk about each one of these things briefly. Okay, so the first one here, we got a couple of hammers here, and these are from a viewer, and John Boog, and he liked the hammer addiction video, and somewhere in there I mentioned, or maybe it was another video, I can't remember now, that I didn't actually have a farrier's hammer, okay? And so he kind of jumped on that, and I guess he collects hammers too, and he actually labels them, which is kind of cool. Or maybe he just did that for me, I don't know. Anyway, so he sent me a couple of hammers here, and John, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is actually a nice weight right here. And this is a farrier's hammer, and it's flat on one side and it has a curve on the other, but basically the head is symmetric. Anyway, this is about, I don't know, it's a little over a pound, I'd say. And this is a steel one here, so no maker's mark on this one, but you know, it's a decent looking hammer. It's got a nice solid handle in it, so thanks, John. And the farrier's rounding hammer, I guess is what they call that. That's for shaping the shoes. And he sent me a nice note here, and I'm not gonna read all these notes here, and you know, because there's some personal stuff in there too. So we'll just anyway. Thanks, John. And then he also sent me this a nailing hammer here, a farrier's nailing hammer, which is a little different. This is for knocking in those weird rectangular iron nails that they use. And then this isn't for pulling them, apparently. I guess it's for twisting them over so that they don't have a sharp edge showing. So anyway, that's a kind of an interesting little hammer with a real small face, which might be kind of neat for something. Anyway, those will go in the collection, John. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Okay. All right. So moving on here, let's while we're on the subject of hammers, this little guy showed up in the mail, and this has actually got kind of an interesting story here. And this is a handmade hammer, and this is from Randy Richard, okay? and he's out here in California. But what's neat about this hammer here, I really like the story. All this stuff is scrounged and found stuff. Okay, so let me I'll kind of go through it. It's got copper faces on it, but what these were some copper electrical bolts or something that he just machined the heads on, threaded them in here, and Loctited them in, so that's what makes these copper faces. This section here, this steel section, is made from an old concrete stake, one of those concrete form stakes that has the nail holes through it, so he found a little section in there that he could get a piece out. So that's from a concrete stake. And then the handle is a part of a snowmobile track. It's like a track axle, I think, or a what did he say? Track roller shaft. And so this is all like totally recycled stuff, which I love. And that's the charm of this story here. It's a cute little hammer, and you know, weighs I don't know, about 6 ounces total, something like that. And so anyway, that'll be in a we'll put that in the hammer collection there. But I just love the story there. And once again, thanks, Richard. I really appreciate you taking the time to make me something there and send it my way. Okay. Okay. So next. All right. Sorry for the interruption there. This next one here is from John Neugbauer, and he teaches. He's a scoutmaster, I guess, and he teaches some Boy Scouts and takes care of them and gets them out in the shop and messes around. Anyway, he sent me a little package here, which included this a very interesting flashlight here, and then some rollers that I guess he gets off some machine or has a gigantic bucket full of them or something. Anyway, these have a little bearing in them, and they're kind of a soft rubber roller. He sent me a pile of those. But what I wanted to show first was his letter here, which is kind of interesting, and it's got some artwork in it, and it's kind of cool. He spent some time drawing some neat stuff. So his handle is Scout Crafter. You know, I'm not sure if he has a YouTube channel or not, but we'll take a look and see. Anyway, he's got an ox there, a couple oxes, and the Larry light, and how to take the little rollers apart. It's a great letter. So, but let's show the light real quick. And this is an LED light, and it's got a pocket clip on it, which is kind of neat. And it's you can see it's pretty potent. And the pocket clip can swivel so that you can kind of aim this light when it's hanging out of your pocket, which is pretty neat. And uses AAAs. And then the other thing is this has it's got a magnet on it too, so you can snap it on a toolbox or a pipe or you know, whatever, wherever you're working, and it puts out some pretty good light. It's sunny right now, but it's a pretty strong light. And this is a Larry light by Nebo, and it uses these batteries here, which is nice because those are cheap batteries there. So anyway, thanks, John. I really appreciate it. You taking the time to make me a little care package, and I really like the sketches. We're gonna save that. I save all these letters, by the way, guys, and I do appreciate it. Okay. Okay, so next one up here, this is from Paul Compton, who has a YouTube channel, and he works on Morini motorcycles and then a variety of shop projects. Anyway, he liked the video I did on those remote display calipers, and what he did. Instead of, you know, he ran into a similar problem measuring on the lathe with calipers, and what he did was he just bought, let's see if I can open this, he bought some left-handed calipers, okay? Now, I'd have to agree with this, that some left-handed calipers really need some operating instructions, because they just look strange to me, and, you know, I'm so used to the right-handed models, but anyway, he figured, well, I'll send Tom some of these and really mess with his brain, because these certainly do. And I have, well, I guess I can work them, right? It's just it feels wrong. It's like putting the wrong shoe on the wrong foot. But I will play around with them, and I'll test them out and just kind of try them out. And these are, these are offshore calipers, but they don't feel bad actually. Now I'm kind of a thumb roll guy, but I think I can adapt here. And anyway, so left-handed calipers. It's kind of like I don't know. I could think of some kind of off-color things to say, but we'll just leave it at that. Anyway, they're kind of strange, and but we're going to try them. And I guess those come from www.machinedro.co.uk. Anyway, like I said, they're pretty nice looking calipers, and thank you very much, Paul. We're going to try those out. Okay, so the next one is kind of interesting. It's an interesting little story here, and this is from a local viewer. His name's Sean Hawkins, and he's excuse me, he's north of me here, up in Northern California, Fort Bragg, which is, I don't know, about 2 hours or 2.5 hours from here. Anyway, he works out of a tiny little 4-foot by 8-foot storage space. He's got a lathe and a drill press. That's all he's got. So all this stuff you see here, he did on this small. It's a little South Bend. It's a little South Bend, like 9-inch lathe, and his little drill press. He built this one of these snake. I call them the snake indicator holders. So it's got a ball joints, and then it has a cable that runs through here, and then it has a mechanism for tensioning the cable. So he got interested in building one of these after watching John over at Double Boost, who had one of these that he repaired. And John made some parts, and Sean's been emailing between me and John and probably some other folks. And just kind of collaborating a little bit on some design details and how we could do some of these things with limited tooling. So these are ball bearings here that he softened by putting them in like a pork and beans can and then putting them in a fire. So he softened those, and then he machined them, and then he got a ball end mill and created a spherical seat on the ends of these segments here. He swaged the cable fittings. He just kind of did all this stuff. This is a real do-it-yourselfer project here. So now he sent it to me because I'm local, probably part of the reason. And I talk so highly of these Noga holders. So what he wanted to do was kind of do a comparison between the one he built and the Noga. So we'll probably do a little bit more with this one. What I'm going to do is, he sent this along, and I was like, okay, I wasn't quite getting the use of this, but I think I finally figured it out. So the idea is that we can put that in a tool holder, and I have this skeleton tool holder here that we'll put it in, and then we can use it over on the lathe and try it out on the lathe. So now he's got kind of one thing that's neat. It's a little bit different. Let me loosen that up. He's got a little bit different kind of clamp arrangement here. I guess I haven't looked at a Starrett one in a while, but it's got this kind of open V-clamp here that looks relatively unique to me. I haven't seen a snug that looks like, and that's what Adam calls them. He calls them snugs. I just call it a clamp, but snug, I like that. That's pretty cool. So thanks, Adam. Anyway, so this clamps on the shank of the indicator. I don't have an indicator handy right here, but that's kind of a unique clamp that Sean came up with. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna be testing that out, and we'll do a little comparison on between this and the Noga arm models. And anyway, Sean sent me that for testing, and so we'll give him a little test there and see how it goes. And once again, he made this in basically a closet, okay? So that's kind of the, I tip my hat to Sean for doing a, relatively involved project with very minimal tools. So this shows you what determination and tenacity will get you. So you can do it in a closet. All right, so look, we got some flea market finds here, so we're just going to buzz through these real quick, and just kind of go through them here. And this is from the last flea market here, and then I got these. Well, let's just do these first. So this is just a polyester lifting sling here for a crane, and this one's in pretty good shape. It doesn't have any tears in it. It doesn't look like anybody used it for a tow strap on their car. Anyway, $5. So they're not real expensive, but this is a nice short one here, and I don't use really long one. Well, it's 6 foot over end to end, and it's small, so you can do a choker on it like that or something. So anyway, $5. And same guy had this grip chain here, and once again it's tagged, which is nice, which means it's a hoisting thing here, and it's got a 3,500 pound capacity. Anyway, this one you can make loops of different sizes by just hooking in like that. So that's kind of a useful piece, and it's a good length for my little jib crane there, not too long and not too short. So $10 for these two right here, so that's kind of nice. Okay, so moving on real quick. This is a tool for adjusting brakes, but it's basically brand new, and it's a Proto, which is a good brand. And so if you don't use it for adjusting brakes, it's a decent pry bar because it goes thin. And this has got a strange angle on it, so sometimes you might need to get in there. I think I have one already somewhere. Don't use it very much because I don't work on my cars too much anymore. But let's see, this was $2 for that, so couldn't pass that up. Let's see, same guy had this wrench here. This is a 1 3/4 inch wrench, a Bonnie, which is a good name brand, but it's a thin pattern. It's made for jam nuts, and for $2, and it says Bill on it, which is which is always cool to see. It's just in Sharpie, but neat to see somebody's name on stuff too. It doesn't look like it's been used much, and for $2, I'm just going to throw it in the wrench drawer. Okay. This is a Williams wrench. It's pretty old, but it's 7/16, which fits 1/4 inch bolts, combination wrench, and it's got this kind of old timey looking green paint on it. That was $1. I'll clean it up a little bit. I kind of like the green paint, so I'll probably leave that on there. Okay, and that's the same guy had these Utica pliers here, and these look pretty much unused. They're pretty brand new looking, but they have an interesting jaw here, and hopefully you can see that. It's got a little radius, so you can hold round stuff like that. Okay, like a dowel pin that you want to put in and not narf your finger, so you can grab a little dowel pin and hold on to it, or like a roll pin or a spring pin or something like that. So they're kind of set up for that, little kind of duck bills, and what are these? Looks like it says KS 2827 Utica, which is a well-known brand here in the U.S. So anyway, those were $2 for that. Same guy had a Stanley screwdriver, and looks like he might have worked for Exxon. There's a bunch of oil refineries around here, but I always look at you look at the handle, and it's not melted like he dipped it in acetone or something, and you look at the tip, and the tip's in real good shape on this. $2 for that too. So who doesn't need another screwdriver, right? You know, or pry bar, whatever, right? The most abused tool in the toolbox, probably. Now this one looks like it's pulled up a little bit here. We'll probably knock that handle down on there a little farther and see if it'll go. And this one also has a hex here too, which means you can well, that wrench didn't fit it, but you can put a wrench on there and gronk on that too. Okay, $2. Okay, so that's it for the flea market. We talked about the hammers, and I got one more thing to show, and then we'll move on to the next item. Okay, so the last thing I want to show is my friend Marty came over, and he got a big lot of tooling from an auction, and there was a lot of duplicates in it, so he came by and gave me a little care package there. And we share materials back and forth and stuff like that, so we do a little horse trading there. But we've been talking about slitting saws, so this was actually kind of appropriate to kind of talk about here. And he gave me a bunch of these saws here, and this is a slightly different type of slitting saw here. And apparently these were ganged up on a mandrel here with spacers in between, used to cut a row of slots all at once. And they're solid carbide, which makes them very interesting. But what I wanted to show on these that's a little bit different here is you see it's got a grind here to there, and then it has another grind here. Okay, so you need to be real careful with these because these are relieved in a strange way. They're relieved from the tip to there, so it's angled in that direction only to that point, and then this is flat here. So these are designed to cut a groove that's that radial distance deep. So you wouldn't want to, you know, you wouldn't want to dive way in up onto this shoulder here because there's no clearance there, okay, or very little. So these would only be for cutting about that deep. But they're really nice saws. They're solid carbide and they're nice and sharp. So I think they'll. And it's got a 1-inch arbor hole. These will see some use around here at Oxtools. So anyway, thanks Marty, and he gave me a couple of them. I guess there's about 10 of them stacked up on this mandrel, and he had 2 of these mandrels, so he gave me a little supply of those too. So okay, all right. Well, we're over here at the maps here, and I've got an international incident brewing. It seems our Australian viewers don't feel like they've been properly represented on the maps here, on the world map. So one of their contingent, Mr. Philip Horton, took it upon himself to rectify the problem. And what he did was he sent me a map. And he sent me this nice map. It's this big honking map of Australia, and with the intent that I hang it up, and now I can spread the Australian viewers' pins out a little bit and actually get some of the cities where they are. Here's my problem: is I kind of, you guys might have noticed I'm a little bit vertically challenged here on the height thing. So I got to have these maps at a place where I can actually stick pins in them. So the only logical place for this Australian map is right here. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but this is a picture of a sailboat here. And he happens to be a friend of mine. Actually, this is the guy I served my sheet metal apprenticeship with. His name is Doug. And he's a New Zealander, okay? So he's this Kiwi's got the spot, guys. Actually, I'll bring the picture down a little bit, and maybe you can see that. That's his sailboat. That's Hinano, and that's a 48-foot cutter that he built in his backyard. And you can just see the little Kiwi emblem on the flag there. I don't know if it's coming through. But But anyway, Doug's kind of got the spot here. And so I have this dilemma. What do I do, right? I'll be removing a Kiwi to put the Australians up here. So I don't want to offend the New Zealanders either, right? So I'm not sure what I should do. So I got to come up with a solution and figure this out. So I got to think about it a little bit. Okay, so there's my solution to my international problem. I've mounted Australia properly and level, and I've repositioned my friend's Doug, the Kiwi's boat, above here in a place of honor. Hopefully this solution will work out. Anyway, I'll move all these pins from this large world map, and I'll put them in this map proper here, where we can actually see some of the different cities. Also, Philip, I don't think you told me what city you're from here in Australia. So you better shoot that out to me. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself out in the big desert out there. So you better give me that information. Anyway, Philip, thanks for the map. I appreciate it, and we'll put it to good use because we've got quite a few Australian viewers. So it'll be interesting to see them placed on the map and their locations to one another. So, okay, so we got our new Australian map here, and I've transferred all the pins that I had in the world map over to here, and located everybody as best I could. Now these guys out here, these are folks that didn't give me their exact location or a city location. They just said Australia. So we just stuck them out in the desert, and they can keep each other company out there. So now we got a few more to put up here. So and I'm trying a new little system here. So the first guy here is Conchi012. And his name is Tony Trunzo, in New South Wales, Australia. So he's not specific about the city that he's in. Anyway, he's interested in making some V-blocks, and so we've been sort of talking about that a little bit. So Tony, we're going to stick a pin in here for you somewhere. You know, I don't know where you are, so we're a little crowded in some of these other places, but so we're just going to stick you in Mount Hope here, all right? And that's for Tony, okay? Okay, so the next guy here, now this guy, he's trying to pull a fast one on me here. This is a Dooney Master, and he's already got a pin up there, but he just keeps plugging away here, and he's hoping to get multiple pins. So, and he didn't tell me where he is, so I can guarantee you that's that's your pin out there, Dooney Master. And he likes Steve McQueen, and so no pin for that one, but he's trying to double up, so he gets to hang out in the desert out there. Okay, next guy is Shannon K, and he's non-specific again, where he is in Australia. So you guys can all hang out there. That's for Shannon. You guys can all hang out there near Jupiter Well. In Australia, okay, and that's about it for Australia on this set of pins here. And now we're going to move over to one of the other maps. All right, so first one on the world map today is Craig Spakowski, and he's in Winnipeg, Canada. Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So that's right here. We've got somebody else there too. Anyway. He likes meatloaf, tough to beat a meatloaf sandwich for lunch. He's looking at all the guys' videos, Jody and Keith and Adam and everybody. So anyway, he likes project videos. Anyway, thanks for the comment there, Craig. Okay. Next we got some Kiwis here. This is Mike Ziegler, and he's in New Zealand. Let's see. having a great Christmas. Oh, I'm really glad somebody else had the hammer rack also. So he's down here in New Zealand. Now it's kind of looking like we're really going to need a New Zealand map here one of these days because we're getting a few Kiwis here. And, but anyway, thanks, Mike or Michael. Mike, yeah, he's called himself Mike. So anyway, thanks for the comment. And then we got another guy, John McDonald, another Kiwi. Let's see. I'll be looking forward to what you're doing in the new year and wish you all the best for the season. John, Auckland, New Zealand. Anyway, New Zealand's starting to get a little crowded down here, so we're gonna jab some pins in there. Anyway, thanks, John. Appreciate the note. Okay, and the last one here. This is actually an interesting one. We've got a gentleman named Andres Sakaria, and he's working on a 1985 Buick Park Avenue and 01 Kia Sepia, and he lives in Honduras, which is down here. So this is our first Central American viewer here. Anyway, Andres, thanks for the comment, and you're all by yourself down there, and you got a pin in the map now. So thanks for the comment. Okay, and then the next guy is Emil Gawaziak, and he's in Westminster, which is near Vancouver. So we're just going to stick one close to Vancouver. And he's the guy that turned me on to the square snap-on drain plug sockets. Anyway, thanks, Emil. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. And we got you a nice pin up there. Okay, and then we've got Vincent Harrison, and he's in Montreal, Canada. And then we're getting a little crowded there too, but not sure if you're adding any foreigners to the map, but if you do, put a pin in for me in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So anyway, that's Vincent. Thanks, Vincent. Thanks for the comment. Okay, so we're on Europe here, and so we're going to start with Milan Dupal, and he's in Prague, Czech Republic. And here we go right here. Boink. And thanks, Milan. That's our first check that we have. So anyway, thanks for the comment there. All right, moving on. We've got David C. He's a locksmith in the UK, in London. So we're gonna have to horse around with the pin here. All right, this one's coming out. We're just gonna stick that one there. We're going in London. All right. Anyway, that's for David C. He's a locksmith, and he has a little shop there that he does some hobby machining. So, okay. Next one here, we've got DP360, and he's in Darlington, UK here. So he's right up in here. This is getting pretty busy too. Anyway, he's telling me about a special dish called Parmo. I guess there's cultural barriers between Middlesbrough and Darlington, which is they're right next to each other there. So anyway, somebody tell me about Parmo. I guess it's some kind of cheesy delight. I'm not quite sure what it is. Actually, I should replace that star pin. That was Chris Stevens, so we're just gonna replace it with a regular pin. So we're gonna save that one out now because we got a special one coming up here. All right. Anyway, moving on. Oh, okay. So the next one here, this is another good one here. It's in Cyrillic, so I can't read his handle, but I'll try to put it up. Anyway, this is Ruslan, and he's in the Ukraine. So let's put him in Kiev. This is our first Ukrainian. Anyway, thanks Ruslan, and he likes the video, so thanks for that. And we're branching out a little bit now. All right. So the next guy. So we've got some Hungarian viewers, okay, and they come from a little. Well, I don't know how little it is, but there's a city here in the middle of Hungary, and it's got a very difficult to pronounce name. So I butchered it pretty badly the last time, and apparently it was to the delight of Hungarians to listen to my Yankee pronunciation of their city. So this is B. Chris, and he is from Moshan Molovar. And I know that isn't quite right, but I'm trying. Anyway, that's right in here, in this area here. Anyway, thanks B. Chris. Appreciate it, and I hope you got some entertainment out of my pronunciation there. All right. Then we got another. We got Chris Mundur Scarpen. Oh boy. Chris Mundur Sharfendison. Okay, and he's in Reykjavik up here. Ooh. Another guy in Iceland. So actually, I'm kind of surprised there's a few guys in Iceland that watch the show. Anyway, thanks for that, Chris Mundur, or Chris. He shortened it to Chris. So thanks for that. The relief there. Okay. Okay. So what's next here? So we jump down to Greece. And let's see, Kefalonia Island in Greece. All right. Oh, darn it. Oh, here it is, right here. All right. So this is Panagi, and he's in Kefalonia Island, Greece. Anyway, thanks for the comment. All right. Then we got another guy. So this is interesting. So this is one of the things that we see on the map here is some of these interconnections with folks. Next guy, his name is Jack, and he's in Darlington, UK. He starts an apprenticeship machining oil pipeline maintenance parts for Saudi Arabia. He's 17 years old. Anyway, he's in Darlington, and I thought that was up here. Yeah, that's up. Oops, crap. Bollocks, right? That's what John would say. So he's up here. We're gonna stick one in there. The UK is pretty dense. So anyway, thanks, Jack. I hope you're watching, and good luck with your apprenticeship. Okay, moving on. So we got Paul Reed, and Paul's got a YouTube channel, and he's in Norwich, Norfolk, England, and that is, let's see, right in here. Well, like I said, we're running out of room there. So anyway, that's for Paul Reed. Thanks, Paul. And let's see. He bought the book. Been engineering since the mid-70s, but always something new to learn. Okay, well, thanks for the comment, Paul. Okay, next one here is, this is Gluon. Interesting name, kind of a particle physics name. And so this viewer is in Israel. Let's see, can we see Israel with the camera there? Yeah, I believe we can. So It doesn't say where in Israel, but we're going to put it in Tel Aviv. And Israel, that's our first Israeli. And this person tells me that noga, one of our favorite words here, in Hebrew it means brightness or glow. It's also the female name for the planet Venus, and it's also a common Israeli female name. So noga. So actually, we see the word noga pops up all over Europe, and it has some different meanings. So very interesting. Thank you. Okay, so the next one's kind of a special one, in that this person, this is our first female viewer that's come forward, at least anyway, and this is Kimberly Barnett, 123. That's her handle, and she calls herself Kim, and she's a 22-year-old tool maker. And she sent me some pictures, and some of you guys may have seen them, of an old shop that she worked in that was around in World War II. Anyway, she's in London, and she asked for an orange pin. So, and I just dropped the darn thing. All right. Ooh, I hope I got another one. All right, what'd she say, orange or green? Uh-oh. I might be out of orange pins, Kim. Yeah, that's kind of red. You know what? I'm gonna have to give you the green one there. I dropped my last orange one, so we're gonna stick a green pin in for Kim. And anyway, she's one of the whiners too. She's been bugging me to put a pin up, so we got your pin in, Kim. So I hope you're happy, and good luck. She wants to start a machining and fab business, so good luck on your business activities there. Okay, so moving on here, we got Robin the Moor, and he's in Lincolnshire, England, and that is right in this area here. We'll try to get him close there. Tell me what camera you're using. Rob, I'm using a Canon G15 for all of this, just so you know. And anyway, thanks for the comment. That's Robin the Moor. Okay. Next guy is, this is Sim Tovri, and he's in Estonia, which is over here. And the city is Tartu, which is on the map right there. Okay. Anyway, that's for Sim. I like your workshop, clean and organized. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Anyway, thanks, Sim. Okay, next person here, we got Remy Arnoldussen, and he is in the Netherlands, in Schinnen, lower left corner. Well, there's not much lower left corner left, so we're gonna stick you in there. Okay, I accidentally put another blue. Anyway, that's from Remy. He's looking for the perfect oil dispenser. So I don't have a good answer to that question, Remy. But you need a combination of things, I think, is the best I can do. Anyway, thanks for the comment, Remy. Okay. And then we got Paul Compton. So this is the guy that sent me the calipers, and he has a YouTube channel. So be sure to check him out. And they work on Marini motorcycles, and their little motto is A22 gas, which means at full throttle, which I thought that was pretty cool. So he's in Luton, the UK, which is north of London, anyway, there you go. That's for Paul Compton. Sorry, London's getting jammed up. We're gonna need a full UK map here pretty quick. the way things are looking. Anyway, thanks thanks for the comment, Paul, and thanks for the calipers. Okay. Then we got Joss Fitzsimmons, and he is in Cork, Ireland, all right, which is over here. And anyway, he's interested in all the interconnections on the map, and he's not too far from another guy. This is Jack Cullen over here, and he was looking for ways to connect with other subscribers. Well, that's kind of up to you guys. You know, you all have the Google Plus now probably, so you should be able to establish connections yourself. What's interesting about the map is it just shows who's in your vicinity. So at least you got some idea who you might want to talk to connect with like-minded folks. So, or you can just move to London and there's a whole bunch down there. So anyway, thanks, Joss. Appreciate the comments, and you're right. That is a very interesting database that we're making here of basically metal workers. Okay, next person here. This is Zodpin. Okay, no name, and he's in Croatia. Is there a city there he's in? No, he doesn't say. So we're just going to put him near the capital here, which is Zagreb. So anyway, that's Zodpin. Thanks for the comment. All right, so now we got, excuse me, 50 Biscuit. This is Dave in the UK. So Dave, we're running out of room near the cities, so we're just going to stick you near Liverpool here. That's 50 Biscuit. Oh, he got the book. He got my book for Christmas, so he's looking through it now. Anyway, thanks for getting the book. All right, and then we got Yanis Forveros. Okay, Yanis Forveros, and he's in Cyprus, Nicosia, which is down here, and it's the big city there in Cyprus. Cyprus. Okay. Anyway, that's Yanis. He likes 8-Bomb 79. Well, so do I. And could you please place a pin in your map for me, as I am representing the crowd from the capital of the Republic of Cyprus, Nicosia. Okay. Anyway, Yanis, thanks for the comment there. Okay. So that's it for that page. Jump over here. All right, then we got Fitoni, and this is Tony, and he's in Lugano, Italy. And oh, you know, I forgot to look this one up. It was kind of northern, I thought. Oh boy, you know what? I kind of blew it there. Yeah, you know what? Sorry about that, Tony. I forgot to look it up. I thought it was northern. I kind of did look it up at one point, but I don't see it on the map here. So we're going to put you kind of near Milan, and I apologize if I'm off the mark there. So anyway, I know the Italians, they southern and northern. There's like an imaginary line there somewhere, right? Anyway, he's an American living in Italy, and he's got a great little channel too. So go check out his channel. Thanks, Tony. All right, and then we got Sveki. Okay, and this is Sven, and he's in Norway. He does not say where. He doesn't say where in Norway, so we are going to put him. Where are we going to put him? I don't know. Let's just put him there. You can see his pin all by himself out there. Anyway, that's for Sven, Land of the Vikings, Norway. So anyway, thanks for the comment. All right. we're down to the last couple here for this go around. This is the next one is Elio Vivani, and he's in Florence, Italy. Yeah. Anyway, he likes the hands-on work, and again, okay. Here's Florence right here. Boom. Anyway, that's for Elio. Anyway, thanks for the comment, Elio. He wonders what's for the future for metalwork and working with your hands. So that's a valid concern. So thanks for the comment. Okay. All right. So we've got Filmetron, and he's in Germany. And Lurch, is that the city? I don't know. He doesn't really say. So, greetings from Germany, S. Lurch. So I thought Lurch was a city, but maybe that's his name. I'm not positive here because it's not clear to me. So we are going to stick a pin in the map for you. And anyway, thanks for the comment. Okay, and then let's see, what do we got here? Oh, Somerset, England. Okay, we got Colin Salter, and he's in Somerset, England. And okay, so we're just like completely out of room here. So, oops. I don't know what. Here we go. Sorry, that's where you're going. I got a space there. So that's for Colin Salter. Just back from living in the United States for 10 years. Okay, so well, welcome back to the UK. As you can see, it's getting pretty crowded over there with metal workers.